Hey everyone, it's Miss M. Please utilize this review video to study for your quiz. Number one, we are finding the circumference of a circle. So if we look at what's given in the circle, we are given this 2 inches, which only goes halfway through, so that's radius. So for circumference, we're going to use equals 2 pi r. So 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 2, is 12.56 inches. And that's already rounded to 2 decimal places, so 12.56 inches is the final answer. Number 2, now we want to find the area. Area equals pi times radius squared. So we have 3.14. This only goes halfway through the circle, so that's given our radius already. So 3.14 times 13 squared is 530.66 kilometers squared. Area, our units are always squared. Number 3, we want to find the area of the figure. So now we don't have a full circle. We only have half a circle. So we want to use the same area formula, but just for half a circle. So 1/2 pi r squared. 1/2 times 3.14. Now this goes all the way across, which means it's diameter. So to find radius, that's half of the diameter, which is 7 squared. And we get 76.93 centimeters squared. All right, number 4, we want to find area of the figure. So this composite figure is made up of a rectangle and a triangle. So we want our rectangle plus our triangle. Area of a rectangle is length times width. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So the length of the rectangle is 12.4. The width is 15.5 plus 1/2. The base of the triangle is 9.3 and the height of the triangle is 12.4. Okay, so the rectangle is 192.2. The triangle is 57.66. Add them together, we get 249.86 feet squared. Okay, number 5. You put a barrier around the garden and cover it with a layer of mulch. The barrier costs $1.50 per foot. 1 bag of mulch covers 8 square feet and costs $6. How much do you spend? Okay, so 2 different things here. Let's start with the barrier. That costs $1.50 per square foot. So the barrier around the garden, that's going to be perimeter. So let's find perimeter. We want to add up all the sides. So let's see, we have 17 plus 17 plus 2 plus 2 plus 16, which is 54 feet. Okay. And it costs $1.50 per foot, so 54 times $1.50 is $81. So it's $81 to put the barrier around the garden. Now let's look at layering the mulch. So the mulch is going to be layered inside, which means we need to find area. So we have, again, a rectangle and a triangle. So rectangle, the length is 16, the width is 2, which is 32. The triangle, 1/2 times the base is 16 and the height is 15. So the triangle is 120. Add them together, we get 152 feet squared. And 1 bag of mulch covers 8 square feet. So we're going to do 152 divided by 8 to see how many bags of mulch we need. We need 19 bags. They cost $6 each, so 19 times 6 is 114. And then we want to find the total cost. So we had $81 and $114. Our final cost is $195. All right, we want to find the circumference of both circles. So let's start with the larger circle. Okay, for circumference, we're going to use 2 times pi times the radius. So 2 times 3.14 times the radius of the larger circle here. So it goes all the way out. The radius is 12. So the larger circle is 75.36 inches. And then the smaller circle, again, 2 times pi times the radius, so 2 times 3.14. Now, what is the radius of the smaller circle? Well, it's just this little piece, and this tells us that this outer piece is 4 inches, so we want 12 minus 4. The radius is 8. So this piece right here is 8 inches. So the smaller circle is 50.24 inches. Okay. A roll of tape has a circumference of 16.2 centimeters. The circumference decreases 2.8 centimeters after you use some tape. What's the diameter of the roll after we use the tape? All right, so let's find the circumference of the tape right now. So 16.2 minus 2.8. The circumference right now is 13.4. So we can use our circumference formula. We want to know diameter, so let's use pi times d. So the circumference is given 13.4 equals 3.14 times the diameter. To get d by itself, we're going to divide by 3.14 on both sides. We get the diameter is 4.2675, but it told us to round to the nearest hundredth. Hundredth is the second decimal place. Let's look to the right. It's a 7, so we have to round up to 4.27 centimeters. Last problem. A circular hot spring has a diameter of 96 meters. Over time, the diameter of the spring decreased by 8 meters. How many square meters does the area of the hot spring decrease? Okay, so let's find the area of the original first. So area is pi r squared. So 3.14 times the radius. So radius is half the diameter, so half of 96 is 48. The original was 7,234.56. Now we want the new. So same pi r squared. So it tells us the diameter of the spring decreased by 8 meters. So 96 minus 8 is 88, but this is the diameter. We want radius, so radius is half the diameter, which is 44. So now we can do 3.14 times 44 squared is 6,079.04. And we want to know how much it decreased by, so that means we want to subtract these two numbers to get 1,155.52 meters squared. All right, make sure you go back and study whichever problems you got wrong or that you're still not 100% about.